sir?
What's up, fellas? We made it to another week.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Breeze Shooters. So, first week was pretty good. We got a lot of good feedback. People enjoy the podcast. And so when me and Chris said, we said, fuck it, you know what? Let's splurge. We dug in the sofas, got some coins, and we got an op board intern. When you
Top
call
of the line intern.
Where we found this guy on 5th Avenue and 39th Street by the bus stop.
I don't know. He got crazy eyes, so you gotta be careful with him.
I like to be called the IT specialist.
There you go.
IT specialist.
That right there, that's Will Rivera, our boy, longtime friend, 43rd Street homie. Brother for life. He's going to be our new board op. Hopefully he can help us take this podcast to the next level. Will, tell us a little bit about yourself, Will.
Well, my name is Will Rivera. For those who know me, I grew up in Sunset Park with Lou. I'm not too sure when I met Chris.
Here we go.
Here we go again. He says he went to high school with me, but
I taught you everything you know, Will.
the only time I remember him was when he was following me in the park.
With short shorts, right?
With short shorts. But I'm here to support my boys because there's nothing but love.
Offer you candy.
Offering me candy. I really thought he was my substitute teacher before Hamilton, but he said he was a student.
So that's Will right there. He's going to be helping us out, hopefully taking this podcast to the next level. But Chris, would you believe one of the negative feedbacks I heard was...
Wait. You got negative feedback out of that? That was perfect, man.
Yo, where's the bathroom?
Why are you asking for the bathroom, man?
This is water running that makes me want to piss.
Oh!
Everybody that chimed in and heard the podcast, they say, hey, yo, fellas, great job. But what the hell is that sound with the water running? Chris, I'll let you talk to this, because this is
You know what? I normally don't feed into the negative feedback. And it's funny because when I talk about negative feedback, because this right here, what you guys are hearing right now, is my little Zen garden that I have in the background. Life is about peacefulness and happiness, man. But you know, you guys have taken me out of my Zen mode, so I'm gonna get up right now and I'm gonna shut off the fountain because apparently people don't want to be at peace.
Willie, what do you call those little ponds with the fish?
I don't know, but he thought the fountain of youth.
I believe
he think he got koi fish here.
There you go. Chris thought it was a koi fish pond, but Chris took out all the fish. Guess he was low on tuna.
Just so you guys know, if I seem a little bit off today, you know that my Zen is off. So that, you know the reason.
We're taking you out of your zone.
Yeah, but I'll do my best.
All right, fellas. So let's look at the news. What's going on? First thing that pops out to me is Antonio Brown. What's up? What do you guys think? Guys, heard anything about this? Anything you want to share, talk about?
Oh my God, Antonio Brown. I'm literally upset because that's upset with him with that situation because it's definitely like Sonny in the Bronx still said, that's the waste of talent, man.
Oh man.
And him, I thought that it was a little squabble in Pittsburgh, little ego thing with him and Roethlisberger. But then he goes to Oakland and he just acts out there too. He just messed up all his money. Then he goes to the Patriots. After all said and done, he goes to the Patriots and, the guy, I believe the guy needs help. But he's definitely, I'm upset that so much talent is just wasted. It's wasted talent. It's horrible. It really is.
What do you think about the rape allegations? Do you think there's any truth behind that?
But see, that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem with the way he's acting. And he might say it's a black and white thing, it's a white privilege thing, and they treat him differently. But he brought up Ben Roethlisberger and his allegation situation, right? But the thing is, and I'm not saying Ben was guilty or not guilty. I didn't follow up in the story. But the difference between him and Ben is that Ben was squeaky clean. Ben wasn't making no waves. Same thing with the Patriots owner, Robert Kraft, alleged in a masseuse parlor, whatever, getting happy endings or whatever. But he what other negative thing can you say about Ben before that rape allegation, or Robert Kraft before that massage thing?
No, but hold on with that. I think Ben was accused on 2 occasions of rape allegations. It wasn't only once; it was twice. And then there was even some stories of him like even hanging out with Trump and like talking to Trump, and Trump tried to pass on a girl to Ben.
Back then?
Yeah, before Trump came into office. But so Ben has had his run-ins with. But
and sorry to interrupt you, but that being said, you see how you knew about this. I didn't hear about that. So, but everybody that knows about sports, Antonio Brown has been in the news for the last 5 months. Yeah. So anything that comes up right now, they could accuse him of the Hoffa the assassination, and I'm gonna say, he's been in the news because that's how the masses think. What you see in the news now, his word, he's not helping his case. I'm not saying he did it, he didn't do it. He's not helping his case with the way he's acting very erratic.
Well, this is to Antonio's point. Have you heard the guy in interviews recently? I think there's some mental health issues at the surface, because he doesn't sound like a logical person. He's really, first of all, he's not taking any accountability for any of the things that he's done past season.
That's the first
thing.
So
for me, that's a flag right there that you're oblivious to what you're doing and what you're saying. The next thing is the text messages to the second alleged victim, where he's sending photos of the family to the girl's family. So I mean, I don't think he's right in the head. I think both organizations did the right thing by cutting him. I think right now he needs to work on himself. Hopefully that the allegations that hopefully they're not true. If they are, I wish my prayers go out to the victims. But he has to work on himself right now. He doesn't sound right.
He also needs to change his circle. I think his circle is being a problem. I think that.
But Chris, what do you think about head injuries? You think that maybe that comes,
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I don't want to seem like I'm justifying.
But before you go there, I don't know if there's any reports out there about Antonio Brown suffering concussions.
I'm pretty sure there is. Without even now, once again, I haven't read, but he's been in the league for over 5, 6, 7 years, I guess. I'm pretty sure he's got knocked out of the game because of, and I'm pretty sure that if he does, this is how crazy the fucking system is, Lou. I'm pretty sure that if they find probable cause in these rape allegations or sexual assault allegations, his lawyer that's gonna be the defense.
No, absolutely. Any good lawyer will go that route.
I don't want to give him a pass on it. I believe and sorry. I want to apologize to the people that do suffer from mental health. I'm not trying to. I'm just saying that, he knows what's right. I believe he knows what's right from wrong, and him, and just
it's funny that you say that, and I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's funny. First of all, his story. He was homeless in Miami. He's from Miami. He was homeless, and I think at the age 16, 17, and I believe his family. He comes from a really tough, rough background in terms of family being involved in things. He had to bust his ass to get where he is. Antonio Brown is not a big wide receiver. No. He's actually really small for the position. But as of recently, stories have been coming out about his erratic behavior. He went, they published something that when he went to the doctor not too long ago to get a physical, the doctor, I guess, was examining him. He farted, and he thought that was funny. He's just displaying certain behaviors that would tell me that he's not right up there, and he really needs to get get looked at. He needs help.
I agree with you. My thing is, where was this behavior 5 years when he was trying to get that big contract?
Well, it was Pittsburgh, small city. I mean, it's really. I think it's a little
It blew
easier to cover up.
It got uncovered in Pittsburgh when he decided to.
Not the behind the scenes stuff. It was more of the on the field stuff.
Yeah.
The bickering with his quarterback and
Exactly.
just not agreeing.
But it was after. See, if I have a problem with people using their come up, the way they were brought up, as an excuse.
No, you're right.
I don't like it, because he still and not to get off topic a little bit. The Puerto Rican kid that hung himself in jail a few years ago.
Aaron Hernandez.
He was a gangbanger. Hey, listen, you do what you got to do to survive. That's on you. But you made it. You got the 40 million. You got the 50 million. And now you want to continue gangbanging?
Yeah, that whole situation was just...
And that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. It's just, to me, they wait till you see all this stuff. And I'm not totally going against what you said. Pittsburgh is a small city. They probably covered shit up. You never know.
Yeah.
But you wait till you make it big time to throw these tantrums and act childish. No, come on. You got to be held accountable. You got to hold yourself accountable and be responsible for your actions. And I'm pretty sure, he's talented enough to make it back to the NFL. But he has to own up to what he did and go into counseling, like you said, or therapy, or whatever the case may be. Apologize and maybe do some monetary retributions or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing though. If he's found guilty and he settles out of court or whatever, he probably will still have a shot of coming back, because like the guy is he's a talented player, and we've learned from the past, NFL is very forgiving.
Yeah, of course.
It's very forgiving. But again, it's not to gloss over the allegations. There are serious allegations. Me personally, I have a daughter. Yeah. You have a daughter. Will has 2 daughters. So the rape is something serious, and
if he did it, he has to pay for it.
Absolutely,
I'm 110%. I have no problem with that.
Moving on though, Giants. Are we back? Back.
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know.
You're not feeling Jones?
Listen,
Jones?
I'm a Giants fan. I'm a
first rookie quarterback to run for 2 scores on their first game. Look at that, man. The man's throwing the ball around, and Barkley went down. The guy looked great, man.
The problem with this is, Lou, you say the first rookie quarterback.
No, I'm sorry. Are you a Jet fan, right?
Like, no, I'm a Giants fan. I'm a diehard Giants fan. But it's like a 300-pound. You're the first 300-pound man to get on a go-kart. That doesn't make me special.
It depends. It depends.
It doesn't make me special. You know what I'm saying? So let's wait. See, the problem with us, we look at these games, and I know we're sound.
Chris, we gotta celebrate it.
No.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
He just gotta win, and then against the Bucks. Come on,
yo,
man.
the Bucks were doing well.
Yeah, the Bucks, man.
What, they 1-1? The Bucks.
Me, and you, and look at this.
The records are the same. It's 1-2 for both teams.
1-2. All right, but listen.
I like your optimism.
The positive is, this is my part. I loved Eli, and I'm grateful for what he did.
Yes.
But I think he overstayed.
Extended.
Maybe by 2 years. Yeah, by 2 years.
No,
so I'm glad to get some new talent, and he reminds me of Eli, but he's mobile. And that, to me, my friend, is the future of the NFL. Mobile quarterback.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna just celebrate and think that he's the Messiah just because he won a game. Let's wait. Let's see.
No, and I didn't say he won the game.
No, you said he was the first rookie to tie his shoelace on the left hand first. Come on, Lou, stop it, man.
You know what it is with you? You've been losing so long. You don't know when something good is in front of you. It's all right. I dig it.
Oh man.
So the Jets, they got destroyed. Yo, but you saw though the fucking the odds though. The Patriots were killing them. They were covering, right? They were covering the spread.
Okay.
And then they sat Tom Brady. They brought in the backup. The backup right away threw a pick six. Guy ran it back in.
Oh my god!
As soon as that happened, Brady came back out. But they were winning by like freaking 20 points.
That's crazy.
But it's hard being a Jet fan. So what's up? You guys did anything this weekend? You want to share, talk about?
You know what? It's funny because I spoke to my girl. And
You actually have a girl.
I actually have a girl.
Oh, shit.
She doesn't know it yet, but I have a girl.
That's how stalking normally works.
You start, I win her over. At one point, I win her over. And we were talking, go out, and lately we go out, we go out to brunch spots and stuff like that. But it's funny because I was talking to her about, let's go back 15, maybe almost 20 years. The nightclubs were in, nightclubs, and I remember the old Latin Quarters, LQs, and,
Latin Quarters, Palladium,
the Copa.
The Copa.
Copa Sunday nights. It was salsa nights and stuff like that.
What about Rios?
Rios.
Look.
I remember one time in Rios we needed Sully Sasson to let us in.
Yeah.
With no IDs.
I don't want to talk about Rios. I was having a problem getting into Rios.
I haven't told you. You heard the story about Willie and Rios, right?
No. What happened?
So back in the days, Rios was like our home base. It was a local club that we could all get into, and plus we knew everybody there because you're like those. It's in Bay Ridge, even though it's in Bay Ridge, everybody from Sunset Park went there. So it was always me, Shafiq, Gerard, Sharif, and Willie. We were always, Friday night we get all dolled up, jump in the car, squeeze in the car. Stop at the liquor store, get a little bottle because we were too cheap to buy drinks inside. Then we'll go and wait on this long ass line at Rios. Without fail, there was this bodyguard there, not a bodyguard, a bouncer. Dominic, big fucking Italian guy. And without fail, we were all legit to get in terms of age.
Yeah.
But when Willie would come, it got to a point that he would shake Willie down so much. Willie always had to pay an extra $20 to get in. It got so bad that when we were on the line, when we were getting up, Willie already had the $20 out to give to Dominic. Dom would just grab it right going. So for us, it would be $20. Willie had to pay $40 to go out. And he was like, "Yo, how we gonna go there? Let's go anywhere else." Let's go. But you were saying though about clubs though.
Yeah, and how much things have changed, and now I don't even know about nightclubs, and it's funny. Because it was a funny thing. I was remembering one of the times we went to LQ's.
Latin Quarters,
and that was around like Lexington and 40th Street or something like that.
Yeah, they moved so much.
Okay. So at least this little story happened in Midtown Manhattan when they were in Midtown Manhattan.
Well, that was the night you were there when Plexico shot himself, right?
No, I wasn't there. See, once again, though, the feds might be hearing this. I was not there. I remember we were at the bar, me, you, Willie, and Shafiq, and we were just having a drink, and I see you bopping your shoulders, and Lou's ready, and Lou looks at us and, "Yo, let's hit the dance floor." I said, "No, Lou, go ahead. No, you do what you gotta do." No, I need a wingman. Now, mind you, it's me, you, Willie, and Shafiq. Now, there's this white dude. I don't know where he came from, Lou. I don't have a clue where he came from. All I know that he saw the struggle in your voice when nobody wants to go be your wingman, to go to the dance floor. He said, "Yo, I'll go with you." And you go, "Okay, Papa, let's go." And you take him to the dance floor and you start dancing. And I'm not even gonna say a minute, 30 seconds in, you're dancing and you leave my man out to dry, and he's dancing by himself. And I'm like, so I said, I'm looking at him and I'm dying laughing, but I feel bad, but I'm laughing. So I don't know whether
Chris, I don't remember the story. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not gonna remember, of course. thing was, man, it was hilarious, and it's funny because I saw the guy dance himself to a corner, and I 20 years later, I don't know what happened to him.
Let me ask you though, you miss nightclubs though?
Honestly, I don't know. I think that's like a phase when you're young.
Yeah.
Because now, I'll be honest with you, I don't even like a lounge. It'll be like, okay, once in a while. Like, I'd rather go to a brunch spot, have drinks, and perfect spot right there. I'm not gonna mention it until we get sponsorship. in Staten Island Boardwalk, you know the one I'm talking about. It's a beautiful spot outdoors.
Tuesdays they have Latin night.
Latin night, you sit there, have your drinks, you eat. The food is decent, it's good. Prices are moderate, you know, and you right there in the boardwalk. So stuff like that. These because you know what it is these days. I remember. What was this one right there on? There was always a fight every time we went. The one right there on
Woody's?
No, Bentley's. TJ Bentley's.
Yeah.
Everybody, just like Rio's.
There used to be fights all the time.
All the time. They step on your shoes, and it's a crowded place. This is where idiots are idiots. There's a crowded place. How do you expect nobody to bump into you or have, or step on you or You go into a club, don't wear your Jordans, wear something that you could afford to scuff up.
But that's the problem too, though.
Yo, how do you guys feel about quiet clubbing?
Who went to one of those, and I think Boom, Frankie the mayor.
Oh really? Yeah.
I think he posted a while back something like that, and everybody's dancing to their own tune. It's not the same song, by the way.
Which is crazy because how do you create chemistry with a female? So what are you going to do? Hey, what do you listen to? Hey, why don't you put this song on? Because if she's listening to something slow beat and you're listening to something, you're going to look like a freaking moron. But
unless everybody pops an E-pill. Well, you know what? I'm not condoning E-pills. No, but it's crazy. But that it's I think that was it's funny you bring that up, Lou, because I think that that was done also for like autistic. It's for special.
Oh, special needs.
Yeah, I think that's
I can see that concept. Yeah.
You're in your own space.
Yeah.
And you could be dancing to your own music, like you said, slow jam, and
I'll tell you one thing though. You get around having to get certain permits because of noise mitigation stuff like that. Because now you don't have nobody. There's no music. It's
instead of closing at 1:00, you close at 5 a.m. You don't have to close.
You don't have to close. Yeah.
But I also think it has to do with the way kids associate nowadays. You went from Facebook. All they know how to talk is in Facebook. You go to a quiet club, you really don't have to talk to anyone. It's like being on Facebook.
And
you don't feel awkward.
Yeah, you don't feel awkward. You don't have face to face.
That's also it has a counterproductive. That's also it has a.
Why leave the house the
idea that's another thing, and I might be straying off a little bit, but when we were growing up, our Xbox, our PlayStation, our iPads was the street, manhole to manhole, stickball, two-hand touch, the car, the thing, the Skelzy. Yeah. By the way, 1986 champ, South Bronx region, Skelzy champ.
I don't even want to tell you about myself. Got hit by a car, came back and still won. That's how real it was. Motherfucker didn't see me in the middle of the street. How the fuck I had a neon green shirt, but when you get to the final round, boom, hit me. I said, motherfucker. Yeah, I didn't press charges because of that shit. I had to finish the game.
I was so into the Skelzy. I used to prepare them the night before. My mom used to get
What do you use? I'll tell you if you're good.
I used the milk carton.
The red one.
The red one.
The red cap.
Which
one though? There's the fat one, and then there's the thin one.
The thin one.
The thin one. That one flies.
Yeah.
But you know what's the real play though? The top of a Heineken bottle.
Really?
So you didn't know anything about that. You take the Heineken bottle.
No, but see that's illegal. That's like you using steroids for baseball.
No.
I went original.
No, it's
milk
finesse.
Cap.
It's finesse.
Milk cap.
You would take a bottle and you would go over a manhole cover and you just run the bottle in circles back and forth.
Oh,
and
you're talking about the rim. The rim. I'm talking about the chopper. I thought it was the chopper.
No.
For you Spanish speaking out there, the chopper means the cap, the bottle cap.
Yo, what you use for the inside? You could use
candle wax.
Candle wax, or you used to use clay. Remember, people used clay.
No, I couldn't afford clay.
This guy Willie's going MacGyver on us.
It was candle wax, and most of the time I would get an ass whipping from my mom because I would take her brujeria candles and
Chango.
Not the money candle.
I would take the money candle. I said, Ma, I'm taking us out of poverty with the skeleton cuts, man. I'm gonna make it, Ma. But yeah, I would the Skelzy would have been great. Were great. And that's the thing. You don't see kids, man. You don't see kids. It's all iPads and iPhones, and it's just, to be completely honest, the best babysitter a lot of these people have is an iPad. They give you the best educator. You know, you want your kid to shut up, you give them an iPad. Toma. That's it. You're done. That's not the. So
it's all relative though, because when we were coming up, people would say that the tube TV. That's what parents say. Put kids in front of TV.
Okay.
So I mean, what happens? You have things evolve over time.
Okay.
They evolve over time.
But you only got the tube TV until your dad showed up.
Then you lost it because it was only one TV in the house.
Exactly.
And, you had the TV with the record player on top.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So you went from watching the TV to being the remote.
Exactly.
Oh no! What's the worst is being the antenna. Hold it right there. Hold it right there. The Yankees are in the 7th inning.
No te muevas, no te muevas.
47. Sábado gigante.
And they throw a chancleta. Pendejo 47.
You know, listen. But and that's the problem. Like, we're catering to. This is why you have. We go back to what we spoke last week. We go back to these sensitive, because you're not interacting. You don't know what a good sarcastic comment joke is, and you might take it offensive because you're stuck to your iPhone, iPad, to your computer. You go to what Will brought up, the silent clubbing thing, and you gotta think, you're not even communicating. Mm-hmm. You're not even talking. This song dance. This song sucks. Or when you're dancing to the same song and you fall off beat and you laugh about it, or they make fun about it, or when you decide to dance like a girl to the bathroom, stuff like that. I'm not saying that ever happened.
Oh,
but I'm not saying that ever happened.
Let's not go there. I know somebody. I know.
I'm not saying that ever happened, Lou, but it's interaction. You talk, you interact, and it makes you I don't know. It just, having that human contact, I think, makes you like more grounded and with a little bit of tougher skin. And I hate to use tougher skin because
it's funny that along those same lines. So this weekend I went to go see Jorge Lopez.
Okay.
He's on. It's called Knock the Wall Down tour or something like that.
Yeah.
The guy still got it. Very hysterical. And part of his skit is talking about that, like kids now. Oh my God, I got anxiety. I can't be here. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, puto, you got what? But he's like, it's just, he goes, a lot of these symptoms or these so-called issues that kids have, it's like this, all this new stuff, and he keeps on, he kept on referring back to like, there was a time when things were simple. You went outside and you just dealt with stuff. Now it's like you put a tag on everything. Oh, I can't do this because I have this, or I'm allergic to this.
It's like a fad.
Yeah, he's like, what the hell? And today I was listening to dog parties. People are actually doing dog parties where you have like 15, 20 dogs come to a birthday party, and they actually pull out a cake for the dog and they sing happy birthday. You're part of that community.
No, I'm not.
And mind you,
I'm not part about the community, Luke, but I have cut a little cupcake for my dog.
No. All right. I'm not. I have a dog too. I could do that for my dog.
Okay.
But I'm not inviting 30 dogs in my house, and we're all just standing around. The owners are all holding leashes, and we're all looking at each other. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Bob. Hey, watch it. She's tinkling. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
No, I wouldn't do that.
You know what I'm saying? It's just.
I cut a cake to my dog, but I'm not throwing a party for that money. He cost me enough money. God rest his soul, but
Bro.
he cost me enough money as it is.
Did he get the whole cake, or you ate half of that cake?
You
I guarantee you ate half of that cake.
I'll be honest with you, I made sure, that
It was safe.
I have to taste it before, because it's not good. It's not good to give dogs these,
Yeah.
But times have changed, man. These times have, and I think we're evolving, but it's a little bit. It's a slippery slope because these everybody's too fucking sensitive, man. It's
really
too
is.
sensitive. Like I said, one thing is you being bullied because they beating you every day at school and taking your money or taking your lunch money, but the other thing is that you're fat or your eye or your ears or your big ears or whatever. You just go back at it. Nobody's perfect in this world. So if you look at a person, I don't have to look at you too hard, Lou, to understand all your defects. But I'll get there. You know what I'm saying?
Staying on bullying. I recall, and Willie probably remembers because these are the crazy motherfuckers lived across the street from him. There were two brothers, Anthony and David. They used to live on 8th Avenue and 43rd.
Right above the bike store.
Right in front of, on top of Arnold's Bike Shop.
Which is still there
Listen,
after all these years.
These guys were legendary ass whoopers. You got out of line, you were going to get an ass whooping. Sometimes you don't even know what the fuck you did, but you were going to catch it. Because the family was big. They were all crazy. They had guns in the house. They were
Really?
Real deal. So I don't know what the fuck happened one day. The younger brother, me and him used to run together all the time. But we got into like a little, I guess we were like, what do you call it? Fucking make-believe wrestling.
Okay. Oh,
and one of those, I gave him a Jake the Snake, like uppercut, caught him right in the face.
Yeah.
I said, hey, you cool? Next thing you know, Chris, I'm getting chased down the block with a knife. I said, all right, cool. I said, he's a little hot. He'll get over it.
He'll go down.
This was like maybe Saturday. So I stood in Sunday. I said, you know what? I'll stay in Sunday and watch the karate flicks. I won't go out today. Monday after, no, this is summertime. So Monday I come outside and I'm walking up the block and I see Dave. I'm like, yo, Dave, what's up? He motherfucker goes in his back pocket, pulls out a knife, starts chasing me down the block again.
After 3 days.
So I said, maybe I got to give him 2 more days and he'll be okay. Point of the story is, Chris, I had to deal with it. There was no hiding. And it was summertime. I said, this motherfucker's not going to take my summer. So this is when the diplomat came out. I said, I know Dave likes Little Debbie's cakes. So I went to his door. I said, hey, Dave. He said, motherfucker, I'm going to kill you. I said, look what I got. And shit worked itself out.
There you go.
But you know what? It taught me skills. It's like sometimes you're going to have to deal with people that you don't want to deal with. And it's how do you circumvent the situation?
How do you interact?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I'm talking about. These kids these days, they don't know how to interact because they're behind, like Will brought up earlier, it's either Facebook or IG or Tinder or Grindr if you're gay.
Whoa, Chris. I'm hoping to have
what?
A diverse listening group.
Diversity.
I don't want to. So far, if we go from last week, you alienated the Indian population.
The bangers. Well, I didn't alienate them. That's like a cool name. That's like me calling you a Bori, like Boricua. Bangladesh bangers.
Yo, I don't know. That's still a little iffy. Let's just leave the gay community alone, all right?
No,
Chris?
but the gay community is good. I get along with the gay community.
I bet you do.
I'm just joking because I found out through a comedy show. Actually, I found out.
Oh, through a
comedy show.
Word of a word.
Yeah. I was looking at Netflix. Just in case you want to sponsor Netflix, I was looking at Netflix and somebody said something about the Grindr accounts is like Tinder for gay people.
It's like what was that? Was that Backlist Backstage where you used to hook up? They instead of the newspaper, now it's an app.
Oh wow!
Backpage. I think it was Backpage.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to know. I don't frequent those places. But you mentioned Netflix, right?
Yes.
Which so what are you watching now? Because right now I'm overwhelmed with TV. What are you guys watching? What are like your 3 shows that you guys are watching that are good?
Wow, that might
like because with the Emmys was the other day, very low. I don't really watch it, and that's the thing. A lot of people didn't watch it, but they said Fleabag They said that's a good show on Prime. Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Apparently, it won a bunch of awards and
See,
stuff.
the problem with the Emmys and the Oscars, and I've come to realize this later in my life, that it's a select group that decides what's good and what's not.
No, absolutely.
I don't like that. You know, I found out once again. Remember we were talking about Dave Chappelle last week.
Yeah.
And we spoke about his final show.
The one that
Sticks and Stones.
Sticks and Stones. Yeah.
He's getting a lot of heat, which I don't understand why he's getting heat. But that being said, I found out that Rotten Tomatoes puts it out there. Rotten Tomatoes has a closed screening.
Mm-hmm.
Has a closed screening, a select few to rate Chappelle's show. It came to 0. They put like 5 or 6 people in a closed room, watch the Chappelle show, and you know how Rotten Tomatoes have the tomato meter,
mm-hmm.
and they tell you how good it was.
Yeah.
Now they get these 5 or 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
And the ratings were 0. When they open up to the public, 99% approval.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Those 5 little fucktards that they put in there are probably sensitive, and the Me Too, and what you need to understand, I'm all with the Me Too movement. I'm all about, but it's a comedy. It's a comedy special. It's jokes. If you can't laugh at your pain, at your situations, you gotta find. We're bringing light to it. He's bringing light to it, and the funny part about it is that everything he said is true. I'm pretty sure. Whoever hasn't watched the special, go watch it. It's hilarious.
It's funny that you say that. So I'm sitting at the Jorge Lopez show, right? And it's very Latin biased because he's Mexican. He's talking about his uproar, and the big. It's really centered on him trying to bring awareness of the Latin hardships and just the times that we live in, and his underlying theme was like, listen, Latinos are just hardworking people that want to earn a check and come back home. They're not looking to hurt nobody, and he's referring to the Trump issue with the wall.
Yeah.
And he had one of them funny things. He goes, yeah, I'll tell you one thing. You guys start building that wall, you leave that material out, it won't be there tomorrow. But going back to your thing, being able to laugh. So I'm sitting, I don't want to brag, but I was in row A. I was in the front.
Shit.
But look what these fucking cocksuckers do.
Pretty sure your wife, I was about to say her name. I don't know. I need a disclaimer. I don't want to get on my bad side.
No,
pretty sure, your wife, work some overtime for that, because I know you're not springing out for that.
You know what? I'm going to act like you didn't say that. so I'm in row A, right? And the only reason I bring it up is not to brag. Is that, you know what these fuckers do now? You can have row A, so they'll take the portable chairs and they make 2 more rows in front. So instead of me being in front, I had 2 rows in front of me. And I bring that up because the people that were sitting in front of me were white. And I mean, the whole, I want to say...
whole section?
Everybody was Latin. And he was just, he was kind of digging in on white people. And they chuckled in the beginning, and then it kind of died down. And I kind of felt, and I said, man, they must feel awkward. But I said, they know the fucking name of the tour is the War Tour. So I said, you have to know what the hell he's talking about, what you're going to get into. But you're right, though. It takes a special type of person to have an open mind, and especially with comedy. You got to be able to laugh at some sick shit, because I think comedians, out of anybody, they have that ability to kind of make sense of stuff that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
And that's why I think they're carte blanche when it comes to speaking about any subject matter, because they're the ones that kind of bring everything to even to the surface where we're all comfortable speaking about it.
Of course. Talking about that, how do you think Eddie Murphy's going to do now that he got to deal with Netflix to do a stand-up?
I think it was smart. Well, first of all, Netflix, they have to do this deal because they're struggling. Disney started streaming, and I think they just
yeah.
bought Hulu, so they needed something big, and so what they did, they invested $70 million to give Eddie Murphy his own special.
Eddie Murphy, by the way, is my favorite all time. You know, I got introduced. You know, people say Richard Pryor, which I love Richard Pryor.
Richard was the best.
I love Red Fox, but Eddie Murphy.
You look like Red Fox a little bit. You do.
Come on, Louis. And by the way, we're gonna circle back to that carte blanche shit. I don't understand what the fuck that is, and I feel offended when I don't understand words. I think you're talking about me. So no, but Eddie Murphy. What Eddie Murphy did with the Delirious, with the ice cream, with
the ice cream man is coming.
And we did that, Lou.
No, I know.
And there was always a dude, sometimes it was me, that didn't have money.
It was me all the time. And I was always wishing, because when he said it, I said, motherfucking Eddie read my mind. I always wanted the kids ice cream for Willie.
So, there you go. You see that joke now? Oh, that's cruel.
It's a different time.
Why would you? And meanwhile, it's real life situations that we go through.
But keep it right there, though. How do you think Eddie's going to be relevant in this time? Remember, Eddie, at the time, Eddie was making fun of gay people. Remember that whole skit with the gay guy?
The gay guys.
What do you think he's going to talk about
Mr.
now?
T, Ed Norton, and Jackie, and Ralph, and Honeymooners.
Goody Google.
Well,
Listen,
I think he'll do all right if he wears that leather suit again.
Oh,
and he'll fit in that little suit. I saw him.
What you trying to say?
I saw him the other day. I think it's still fit.
You didn't like it on Kevin Hart? It looked alright on Kevin Hart.
Kevin's like a little miniature, you know, like a little doll, like a little black Ken doll, you know.
It's going to be interesting because do you think, let's say he bombs, do you think it'll hurt his legacy?
I don't think he'll bomb. Let me put that out there, and I don't think it'll hurt his legacy. I think Eddie Murphy's coming hard. He's coming.
He had a long time.
No pun intended. And pause.
Yeah.
And
Whoa.
coming hard and all that shit. But I believe with all this stuff that they going after Chappelle and you told me about Bill Burr too. He's gonna make sure that he's not gonna take a back seat to that. He's not gonna buckle under the pressure of the LGBT, WPP, ABCDP people. Nah, he's not gonna buckle. He's not gonna buckle. He's not gonna buckle on the on social issues. I believe that maybe I'm just being biased, but I believe that
it's been a long time.
He's gonna
Chris.
be but
you know when that special came out, 1987.
Nah, but when you
and he grossed $50 million back then on that. That was big.
Wait, really?
That was big.
They had a budget of $8 million.
Yeah, budget of $8 million, and he grossed.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Why you think we got Will here?
IT specialist. But
for this new one, they gave him $70 million.
That's all. And mind you, it might be there might be a little bit of a little backdoor dealing in the sense of. If we make something, or you think it's just $70 million?
No, I think it's I think it's $70.
Yeah, because Netflix is oh shit, 50 point. Yeah, you're right. Well,
you know
50.5 on an $8 million budget.
But back in '87, you know how big that is?
$50 million in the '80s is like
it's about 100 something million now.
It's gotta be more now. It gotta be close to $300 million.
He's a professional. I really.
I believe
people adapt.
With all this
you know what? Not for nothing. His acting career really was great, and the guy had a great singing career too. So you know.
And I just saw him on recently on a Seinfeld show that he has.
I thought that was good. Was that Coffee with comedians?
And I thought he was just just as funny as he's always been. And it's been a while since you've seen him on TV.
But you know what? Honestly, though, when I was watching that Seinfeld special, I didn't know if I was being biased because I'm such a fan and I really want to see him come back, or is the guy still funny? I mean, for me, the what you would call it, the what's the franchise? Well, Coming to America was hysterical. What's the other franchise? The Nutty Professor. Beverly Hills Cop was funny.
Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah. So the guy, he's great. He's did a lot of work.
Aren't they doing Coming to America again? Also.
Yeah, they are. And Kevin Hart's supposed to be the son. I heard something like that.
Okay, that should be good.
Yeah,
that should be good.
So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and stay tuned. As
it's over.
Stay tuned as we're going to be We're gonna be putting up more stuff and doing a lot, especially on YouTube. We're gonna be putting up a lot of videos, more content, and we hope you grow with us. Take care.